Hello Facebook, hi everyone. This is Ellen. I'm coming to you from a little forest near where I live, and I'm sitting here enjoying the sun. And I made a post just sort of, I think a few hours back, around the fact that, you know, in order to expand and grow, we should catch ourselves on our bullshit stories, the bullshit stories that we tell ourselves, and that, you know, in order to expand and grow, often we need to catch ourselves in the bullshit that we tell ourselves. And there were some people who commented and who really needed to hear that, and I just wanted to elaborate on that because it's still a big thing that people don't realize, that a lot of our thoughts, or the things that we, you know, the thoughts that we have inside of our head, are a lot of the times just bullshit thoughts. A lot of the thoughts that we have are freeze up, make us procrastinate, make us doubt decisions that we made or want to make. And in a lot of instances, our thoughts just can really prevent Oh, I just had a... Okay, I hope I'm back. I think so. I was interrupted. I'm in the forest, so the internet is not too good. Okay, I think I'm good. So, you know, thoughts can really numb us, can really drive us. We let our thoughts have control. We let our thoughts have control of us, and it happens so instantaneous, so automatically, we don't even realize it. And it's really important that we start to become aware of the thoughts that pop up inside of our head, and to take control of it, to change our course, to change our path, to be able to expand and to evolve and to grow. And I just want to give you an example, because I caught myself on bullshit thinking last Sunday. I went to the wellness with my partner. We do this regularly. We go and treat ourselves on sauna and pools and all that stuff. And we had just went into sauna, and you know, after the sauna you need to cool down. So my partner is always very brave in taking a very cold shower or going in a very cold bath. And like in this wellness, there's a big pool inside that is freezing cold, like freezing cold. And so he went in the pool, and he gave me a sign. He was like, come on, come too. And I'm like, are you crazy? You know, I'm this person, and this is the story I have about myself. I'm the person who prefers warmth. I want to have warm. I love the summer. I don't hate winter, but I don't want to be in the cold. I hate it to be in the cold. I mean, long winter walks are very challenging for me because I have issue with cold. I don't want to be cold. And that thought or that story even spiraled into the story of, I can't stand the cold. I'm gonna die in the cold. Like, the cold is like, it's going to like make me drop dead. I really can't deal with cold. So that's my story. So I'm standing next to this pool, and I'm like, are you crazy? I'm not going to go in the pool. It's fucking freezing. I can't stand the cold. I can't deal with that amount of cold. My body can't take it. So this is a bullshit story. And I was standing next to that pool, and all of a sudden I realized that these thoughts were going around in my head, while at the same time I realized my body needed cooling. My body really needed cooling down. I felt like the heat wasn't leaving my body, and I needed to cool down. But at the same time, my mind was going like, nope, you don't like the cold. You can't deal with the cold. You don't like cold. Or we can't deal with cold. And so I'm standing there, and I'm watching myself thinking, and this is really the magical moment. The moment that you catch yourself thinking, the moment you can see yourself thinking, is the moment that you have made a separation between your mind and your higher self. Like when you can watch yourself thinking, Who's watching? That's your higher you. That's your big you that is watching you thinking. And this person, this higher person that can see you thinking, can make a different decision. So I was standing there and was watching myself thinking, like I'm looking at all these thoughts. I'm thinking like, no, that's not true. I don't like the cold. That's true. But I'm not gonna die. Of course I can deal with the cold. Of course I can stand cold. Of course I can handle it. Who says I can't handle it? Of course I can. And so I caught myself and I said, no, you know what? I'm gonna get in the pool. I know you're telling me, like the mind, like I can't stand it and I can't deal with it, but I can. So my higher self stepped up and said, we're gonna go in the pool. We got this. And so I went in the pool, mind you, slowly. I still don't like the cold, but I got in the pool. I got in the pool up into my knees. I was like, oh, it's cold, it's cold. And my mind was still like, get out, get out. I'm like, nope, nope, we're gonna do this. And then I just got used to the cold and I went into my belly button. I was like, oh, this is cold, but okay, I'm handling it. I'm dealing with it. I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. And then it's like the last part is like the worst part, like with the upper body getting into the cold water. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. But I went in and it was cold, but I was telling me I can do this. This is okay. This is amazing. This is incredible for my body. And I actually overstepped my mind. I actually did it regardless of these bullshit thoughts inside of my mind. So I actually stepped into my higher self and went like, you know what? I'm going to make this decision. I'm going to do this. It's important. I actually want it. And I'm going to drop all the bullshit stories that my mind is telling me. And in that moment you can grow. In that moment you can evolve. In that moment you can expand. You're stepping over the bullshit of your mind and go like, yeah. You know what? That's a story. You know what? That's something I've been telling myself, but you know what? I'm bigger than that. I can do this. And this applies to a lot of stuff. This applies to a lot of stuff because a lot of the thoughts that we have that keep us small, it's because we have these stories about ourselves from the past. People have told you you're not good enough, or you'll never make a lot of money, or you'll never be, I don't know who or what. And a lot of people have told you things you cannot do and cannot be. And so those become your internal stories. And your thoughts are based on those stories. And your mind tries to keep you away from all that brave action that it thinks like, oh, that's scary. That's not who you are. You're small. Don't do that. And it tries to stop you. So when you want to grow and evolve and you want to get away from, or you want to grow out of who you've always been, you need to catch yourself on the bullshit stories and the bullshit thoughts that try to keep you small. Observe it and go like, nah, no, you're not taking me away. You're not taking me away from this. Hi, thank you so much. I hope you're doing fine. But you need to get away. You need to step over these bullshit stories and drop them and stop letting them drive you, because we listen to it a lot. I listen to that voice a lot that said, no, it's too cold, you can't do it, you don't like it, don't do it, you can't handle the cold, don't go in the water, it's too cold. I listened to that. I've listened to that voice my whole life. Well, I was very proud I went into that water on Sunday. It was like, I can do it, regardless of this debilitating thoughts that you can have here. You can step over it. You can step over it. Watch and catch yourself thinking. But this is an exercise that a lot of people haven't learned. I didn't know it. I never did it until someone explained it to me. Like, push the button, stop, and watch your thinking. What are you thinking? What is going through your mind? And evaluate it. I mean, what is it? Is it true? Is it true? Really? Really? You can't? Or did someone tell you and you believed it and now you're playing small? Step over it. Step over it. And when you start watching yourself, you start to be in your higher you, and you can make a conscious choice to do it anyway, regardless of the thoughts. So anyway, just wanted to share this with a practical story. But be aware. Be aware of your thoughts, because there's a lot of bullshit in there. Don't let it drive you. Don't let it stop you. Step over it. You can do it. Bye bye.